When Gautam Gambhir's appointment as the new Indian team head coach was confirmed, one of the most obvious things that a lot of people took to poke a little fun at on social media was how exactly is it that Virat Kohli would be reacting to this news. After all, the two have had a relatively checkered relationship, especially going into their times not just as IPL skippers but also into Gambhir's time as an IPL side mentor. It's not always been smooth sailing with the two Delhi boys, although if you are to go by what happened in the 2024 edition of the IPL, clearly both of them have moved past it and are looking to mend things and get back into friendlier terms. That being said, there is something that has now come up which perhaps may cast a few aspersions or make it seem pretty clear that the BCCI is aware that there is just that little bit of friction when it comes to the two former Delhi and India teammates. Why exactly is that? Well, because it turns out that Virat Kohli was, according to certain media reports, not actually consulted when the decision to appoint Gautam Gambhir as the head coach was in fact taken. Now, it's very interesting because if you're looking at some of the players who were consulted, obviously the skipper would have been kept in the know, that is Rohit Sharma, but Hardik Pandya was another player who was in fact asked. But there's a simple reason for this. The board does see Hardik Pandya as being the future T20I captain and potentially even a future white ball captain. So getting his view on who the man will be to take Indian cricket forward as the head coach does make sense. But a lot of people were left surprised at the fact that Kohli was apparently snubbed by the BCCI in this regard. Now, what we've gotten to know is that it was basically being seen as looking to prioritize the future of the team rather than focus on any lingering issues that may be there between Gambhir and Kohli. In fact, this is what a BCCI source told the Hindustan Times newspaper about this entire matter. It says that there's enough time for the two to have talks, but it was important for the BCCI to look at the big picture with the youngsters likely to feature in the coming years. And that is, truth be told, a fair way of looking at it. Don't forget, Gambhir and Kohli won't be working together in at least one format because Kohli has confirmed that he will be walking away from T20I cricket. He's retired, done, dusted, and the only two formats he'll need to be working with Gambhir will be the ODI and Test format. So there is a chance that there'll not be a ton of overlap, and we know how much workload management is done when it comes to senior players anyway. So there is of course all of that to keep in mind, but there is also one rather interesting thing when you are looking at this entire story is that there really is no need for Kohli to be consulted in the first place. Yes, he's a well-respected senior, someone who has been India's biggest match winner, is a former captain, part of the leadership group, but as is been rightly made clear, he's not the current captain. He doesn't really need to be consulted. So on one hand, you can look at this as seeing something of a snub and saying that the BCCI are treating the issue with a little bit of a kid gloves kind of an approach to ensure that no feathers are ruffled. On the other, it's simply their way of saying that, look, we'll appoint the best man available, and that was in fact the opinion of the Cricket Advisory Committee, that Gambhir was the best man to take Indian cricket forward, and that we'll deal with any issues later because both Virat and Gambhir should be professional enough to be able to work together and work together well. But what are your thoughts on this entire matter? Do you think that it was something that should have been done? Do you think Kohli should have been consulted? Or do you think it's all just a storm in a teacup? Okay, let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, X and Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTech app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now though, from my side, it is goodbye.